And we can say that when marriages are healthy, when marriages are solid, when families are intact, it's certainly going to reflect on the society. True or true? So currently the state of our society is also the state of our families. When families are strong, because the strength of a nation is in the strength of its families. Right? So if you are married, it's important that you do everything within your power. And sometimes even when you don't have the power, go out of your way to reach for more wisdom, more power to make your marriage work, to make your marriage, beautiful. So we started on sharing knowledge on the 5 areas of importance in building a solid marriage. We talked about knowledge of self, right? Where I asked some questions about the 7 dimensions of life. Even though I couldn't go in depth, I asked questions about your spiritual life, your understanding of your beliefs, your values, your ideas, what you want, your emotional, mastery, your social class, what do you want, and all of that. And we further to talk about knowledge of what? Of your partner. So if you're a single person, what should I know about this person I want to get married to? And if you're also married, how more can I know my spouse so that I can be able to meet that person's need? Did we do that? Did we touch on that? Yes. Right, so today we'll be looking on the knowledge of marriage and what makes marriage work. Knowledge of marriage. There is a lot to learn when it comes to marriage. That's why you can't say, I've done 5 years, I know everything I need to know. All that you know is not all that there is to learn. It's not all that there is to know. So you can't say, I've done 10 years in marriage, I know everything, right? Because you don't know what will happen in the 20th year. You don't know what will happen 25th year into that journey, right? So let's do a brief understanding. Let's further cement our knowledge. Let's refresh our memory. Some of the things I've said in the past months, a lot of you know them, but now maybe you are learning them again. It's better, it's sinking deeper for you. Am I communicating? You are getting a better understanding, right? If all the pastors here are supposed to talk about marriage, we'll be talking about it in different aspects and different views. So we'll be looking at understanding marriage. So marriage is a blessing. Marriage is a gift from God. Marriage is honorable. That's why everybody wants, a lot of people, don't let me say everybody, a lot of people wants to get married. Even with the many, marriages are failing, marriages are not working, people are leaving their marriages. Every day, people are what? People are getting married. So marriage is beautiful. Marriage is relevant. Marriage is a blessing from God. Marriage is honorable. Right? Marriage is honorable. So when we talk about marriage, we are talking about something that God created for humanity. Because marriage is a tool in the hands of God. So it's much more than the butterflies in our stomach. It's much more than I found someone I love and I can't sleep, I can't eat. All of those emotions are good, but it is much more than that. The intention of God for marriage is deeper. It's a tool in the hands of God to shape our society, to shape the world. Right? So marriage is a blessing from God. And as much as marriage is a blessing from God, marriage also what? Is hard work. Because marriage will stress you. Marriage will stretch you. It will inconvenience you. Am I right? It will inconvenience you. Marriage will adjust you. You would have to compromise on a lot of things. Marriage will cause some discomfort to your flesh sometimes. But yet, it's a beautiful thing. Marriage is a wonderful union. People want to get married. So marriage will teach you patience. Marriage will teach you humility. There is a lot of things that comes with being married. So for every married person here, some of them are nodding already that yes, that's the reality of marriage. Because sometimes you find out that people love the idea of marriage. They love, you see a couple together, same fabric, they have children, you kind of just like, everything around them. You like the idea. You have a wife, you have a husband to call your own, when you are introducing yourself, I am Mrs., you make it loud. And you just see the way some men, when you ask them, how is the family? Oh, madam is doing well, the kids are okay. We just kind of like the idea. But marriage itself, Because, my two sons there was a time they were just disturbing me. Mommy, we want a sister. We want a sister. You guys, you don't understand. You don't understand. We want sisters to be playing with. So one day I now sat them down. But okay, this sister thing, you guys should sit down. So mommy has agreed. I'm going to give you a sister. Yeah, my husband never agreed. Because he has said, even if it's another child, it's going to be a boy. That he doesn't have the Y chromosome inside his body. So, so I said, okay, guys, a sister will come, but let me tell you, I will leave you guys to go and play football 2 hours. We will review it. It will be maybe 30 minutes because you now have a sister. You need to be staying with her. That sister will poo. So I'm going to teach you how to change diapers. I will teach you how to use wipes to clean. I will teach you how to use water to wash their bone. And sometimes you are cleaning, they will poo again. They will poo in your hand, poo in your door. They can even poo in your face. Really? I said, really? Let me tell you another one. Every time you want to go out. You have a sister now. You have to grow up and be responsible for that sister. So when I want to buy things for you, now I can buy 2 or 3. I may not be able to buy more than 1 because you have a sister. By the time I started to download all the things they will begin to do to have a sister. Because when they come to church and they see a little girl, with her pink dress, a white shoe, and a bandana, they are just, mommy, she looks so cute. She smells nice. Let's take her home. So that's the idea of the sister they see. But they don't know that behind all of that, there's a lot of work. So sometimes we see marriage that way. We like the idea. But there's a lot of work that comes behind what? That marriage. So making marriage work and making marriage easy is also possible. People are having a great time in their marriages. Don't let the social media confuse you. People are having a beautiful time in their marriages. And that's going to be our portion. We are going to enjoy our marriage. There is no need being married and being mad. It is marriage, not madness. It is marriage, not a mirage. It is marriage, not chaos. God had a good intention. I don't think God would create marriage and make it a problem for some of us. But when you desire something, the proof that you desire something is in how you pursue it. Am I right? The proof of desire is what? In the pursuit. So your staying here today shows a bit of your what? Of your desire to make marriage work, to make your marriage thrive. Because when you want something, you would spend time, and now you are spending time. True or true? When you want something, you part with your resources. You buy books, you attend seminars, you pay for conferences because you want that thing. So when you really want a great marriage, you will pursue it. And pursuing it will cost you. It will cost you. It will cost you. Marriage will inconvenience you sometimes. It will bring about some things you don't like. I say it often, marriage is for enjoyment. Yes, but it's also for endurement. You will endure. So marriage is to be enjoyed. It's not to be endured. It's a lie. It's not a complete truth. You will have fun. You will have a great time. You will enjoy. And you would also endure. I am married. There's some things my spouse is doing I don't like. I'm enduring it. Put up your hand. Good. Even up to today, I still endured. So you will be shocked that in our house, our hands are up. If you are single, that's the reality. But here is it. We are not enduring sin. Because sometimes two people need to get it. It's not as if the person it's not violence. It's not infidelity. It's not crazy endurance. So don't endure crazy person. Don't endure wahala. Don't endure a toxic partner. That's not what we are saying. But there are some things you will not like. Just, I was saying that in my home, it's my husband that is always late. The general belief is that it's women that is late. They are the one dressing up for 1 hour. Abi? So my husband, so yesterday was telling me, I was accusing him, we were going for a party, and I was. So that's why if you are single, all you can do is to prepare yourself. Let your self-leadership be very high. Make it easier for the person you are going to live with. Make it easier. Work on yourself to a point where you don't become a burden to your partner. you must have developed yourself to a point where someone is coming, you are getting married, is a partnership. It's not I'm helping you to pack socks, helping you to clean plates, helping you. You are a single guy, you make your by yourself, oh, nobody is sharing problem. You cook your indomie yourself, you see it's not sweet, you eat this thing like that. You cook your concoction yourself, you clean your house yourself, you figure out how to wash your clothes or give a cleaner. But suddenly you just marry and something just shifts in your brain. Entitlement. That thing will just, you pay, as a ballet now, head of the family. Because marriage is serving. You are coming into marriage to serve. It is a service. You are coming to serve. That's what marriage is. Am I communicating, friends? We are coming to serve. You will have to tolerate. You will have to forgive. You will have to accommodate. You will have to be tolerant. You will have to be humble and committed. But I like to always say some things with caution when we say you have to be tolerant. Not tolerant of people who are going to mess up your marriage. Because it's only in Africa that you cannot question an elderly person. You can't question elderly. You just believe that every Agbalagba is wise. And they are not. The fact that somebody is old doesn't mean that person is wise. So a case handling at the moment, very painful. They have just been married 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So the mother-in-law came into Lagos for an event and thought, oh, I've missed my son. Let me just go and say hi. So called the son and said, okay, mom, you can come around. Thinking she would come and maybe leave later in the day or at max the following day. This couple live in a room and a parlor self-contained. Are you with me? Mama came in and they felt, okay, honor, let's tolerate, right? She will go the second day. They vacated their only room and decided to be staying in their parlor. So the following morning, Mama was not, the arrangement was not that she's not ready to go. The lady called the husband. You should be the one to talk to your mom. I'm hoping that by later today, she should leave. Mama said no, that she heard that one of her friend's daughter delivered. So her naming will be another 5 days. Are you with me? And so since she's in Lagos, she should just be around. Already the lady didn't like it. If I was a lady, so I would not like it. You will like it. So I didn't like it. But they say we should tolerate. So on one of the nights, this couple who had moved into their living room were doing the do. What couples do, what married couples do. Mama is in the bed. They are in their living room, enjoying their life. Honeymoon is still going on. Mama now went to pee. If you are married, do all that you can. They have always said it is with the women. So for those of us who are already in this age, let's begin to leave our children. Let's receive wisdom so that we will not turn to witches. So Mama woke up, saw this couple doing what couples do. A sensible person should just say, close door and go away. She now woke up in the morning and was harassing the wife. What was that you were doing? You want to kill my son? Why would you say, why would you be doing that? I don't know what this tidy woman was. I don't know what this tidy woman was doing on the husband. Are you with me? And Mama was harassing the guy and said, why will you be doing that? You were even doing this and that. Are you a sloth? That was where the problem started. Because the lady couldn't stand that statement. I'm having sex with my husband in my house. You are an intruder. I accepted you for a few days. So that was how the lady also gave it back to Mama. With the pile up anger, we didn't even want you around. You have vacated our room for you. We are thinking you will go. You are already saying for another 1 week. And we are saying we are okay with that. And you are talking nonsense. So the what made it more painful was the way the husband reacted. Because the man that should have been sensible and wise enough to say, Mama, Tobasidola, Ekpadasi village, he's 6 weeks. So for some of us who still have our mothers, please check them. Check them. I can talk to my mom. I may not be able to talk some things to my mother-in-law. Let's check them. They are already in a mess right now because when the guy insisted that Mama would stay, the lady said no, she's not going to stay. So she moved to her friend's place for 2 days. 6 weeks. So when we say tolerate, there are some things you must not tolerate. There must be limits. So when we were coming in the car, I was discussing with Mr. Tunde, one of my team members. So I was asking about his mom, and he said, Mama is still around. And I said, since we started gisting. And so I was thinking in my head, Mama is still around. It's been a while. So I was just trying to figure out. And he was trying, and I told him, I said, hope Mama is not being of an inconvenience. So he started to download that even the wives don't want Mama to go when they come. It's the Mama that will cook, that will sell ghee, that will do everything. The Mama is like our help. So Mama, that's the kind of mother-in-law we should say they should come. Not the one that they are coming already praying ahead. Pray, Father Lord, let something tie her down. So when he was downloading that, even my wife wants her to come. I said that one is better. But at least you will still have the boundaries. How did we get here? We are talking about what happens in marriage. And some of the things we would have to tolerate. But sometimes we have to make sure that the boundary is very clear and is defined. And I'm also speaking to single men who are about to marry or men who are already married. The moment you are married, it's your family, it's your life, it's your home. Because your family is not an extension of your parents' family. It's a new civilization, it's a new development, it's a new life you are building. And the boundary has to be clear. In-laws have destroyed marriages a lot. So please, some things your wife may not be able to say. You must be a microphone. You must be a mouthpiece. You must be there to fight for your wife, to defend your wife, to protect her. Not just mother-in-law. Some sister-in-laws are impossible. Some brother-in-law can also be impossible. He was even telling me about another brother-in-law. He said the second day they packed this load. Oh yeah, before you scatter family. It happened to us too. We brought in somebody from the village. Blah, 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 blah. The moment I told my husband, oh yeah, second day, you will be fine. Everybody will be okay. That's last. Because this one is my own jurisdiction. So men, please fight for your wife. I didn't plan to say that, but maybe somebody needs to hear that. Everybody cannot come. 6 weeks. What are they looking for? What are they looking for? I just kept thinking in my head. Some people can just, the fact that you are an elderly person doesn't mean you will even see some things and do as if you never saw. So marriage comes with a lot of goodness and a lot of what? A lot of work. You will labor and you would have rewards. Because God is interested in our marriages. Do you believe that? God is interested in our. So marriage is a tool in the hands of God. He wants to use our marriage to change society, to change the world. You are coming into marriage to serve the person you are married to. Serving that person to make sure that person realizes the dreams and the ambitions and the calling and the purpose of God for their life. So if you are married, one of the assignments that you have is that you are holding that person's hand and you are saying, where are you headed? I'm going to help you achieve it. Am I communicating? You want to help that person to live the life that God wants them to live. You don't want to be an hindrance. You don't want to be a bother. That's why this conversation must be ongoing. You must talk about it before marriage and talk about it while you are in the marriage. You are together because you want to bless humanity with your life. As a couple, there is a vision for that family. There's a vision for your coming together. And it's geared towards what? God, humanity, life, and then your seeds. Marriage will make you happier. It will make you better. It will make you, it would improve you. That's what marriage should do. Marriage should improve you. Marriage should make you better and not bitter. Are we together? So if you are a single person, one of the greatest things you will be doing for yourself and your marriage in advance is to take care of yourself. We've talked about self-knowledge. You must know yourself, no doubt. And you can't know everything, but keep learning. Keep being more self-aware. Make your life easier for the person that will come in to live with you. Make that togetherness smoother. You are opinionated. You will argue and argue and argue and argue. You always have a response to everything. I say my mind, though, every time I say my mind. I always say my mind. Everything in my heart, I have to say it. Sometimes the thing will die inside your heart. You will bury it you will chew it by yourself. How forgiving are you as a single person? Because marriage will tell you that is a journey of two forgivers. How forgiving are you? You have been having malice since 1879. The malice is still inside. How committed are you? What have you been committed to as a single person? And you have been very committed to it. Because marriage is commitment. True or true? So if you don't have that pattern already, it's going to be difficult. You don't have the pattern of forgiving. It's going to be tough somehow. You don't forgive. You are not considerate. You are very selfish. Because marriage will reveal it, right? Marriage is selflessness. It's all about the other person. And we are trusting that the other person will also make it about what? About you. That's what makes it healthy. Am I communicating? Not that you make your life everything about the other person and you are getting nothing in return. Because it should actually flow. So that someone is not dying at the expense of the other. Because we see marriages like that as well. They say we should give. No, it's give and take. But don't come with the mindset of taking. You are coming to what? To give, to serve. So right now as a single person, who are you giving to? As a single person right now, who are you giving to? Yes, you are working, you have a level of financial capacity. Who have you bought GC form for? Who have you taken care of? At least in your own little capacity. Because that's one thing about marriage. You can go and work for 30 days, and after 30 days, the percentage of the salary you get that will come back to you is very little. You don't get it. Married people, you understand what I'm saying, Abby? And you'll be wondering, because you will give, wife will collect, husband will collect, children will collect, in-laws will collect. You may not buy a shoe in 1 month, or think about it very well. Somebody is saying 1 month. You may not even buy months. That's marriage. And you will do it joyfully. You will not frown. You will do it excitedly. I hope I'm making sense. That's marriage. So don't like the idea. When you see some couples together, yes, like it, appreciate it, but there is a lot that goes on behind. A lot of forgiveness, a lot of kindness, a lot of patience. So I'm single, I don't take nonsense. I remember when I took my husband home, and my mom said, Shoti Wodada. She doesn't take nonsense, so. She doesn't, and I said, why would this woman be saying this? We bring husband. Just package somebody small. She said, have you seen her very well? I'm sure you have seen her. She can be stubborn, no. She will not take nonsense, so. But we had to grow. We had to, develop ourselves. So that marriage doesn't now become difficult. So when people say marriage is difficult, it's because we don't understand what it is and what it is required. So we get into it and we are not happy. We are frustrated. And people think the next thing to do is to exit. So if you are always very sure of abandoning friendships, if it's a pattern, when people just offend me small, I just abandon them. And then I just shut the door. You can't talk to me again. You are not my friend again. This one will offend you. And the offender will be in your eyes. Will be in your space. God will not help you. You will not start your marriage in one room. On 2x4 bed. That you have no choice. And you sleep together. So that's marriage. But however it is a beautiful union. It's a beautiful thing to be married. You don't know how it feels when you wake up. I was greeting this brother outside. I said, what's your name again? Mr. Is that your babe? Oh, God. Pastor, I said, is this his babe? You are saying it's his wife. You see your life?
I just wanted to respond that you don't think he's single.
I know he's married. So when he was... Yeah. So I now greeted him outside. I said, bro, how are you doing? How is your babe? He said, no, I'm married now. I said, ah. So I should be asking me, how is madam? How is madam? That one looks small. Madam, one late. You know. So when I said it again, pastor said, he's married. So you are expecting that they should not be calling wife babe. We are babe, I be if I come back with madam. You know. Right? So, marriage is beautiful. And marriage is also risky. Right? Marriage is partnership. And is what? It can be risky. Because you don't know what lies ahead. Not saying that to scare anybody. I've been married for 10 years, and there are things that has happened I didn't see. We dated 6 years, 6 months. We knew each other a lot, but we didn't know each other enough. It can never be enough. And because, like I said the last time, there's different seasons in marriage, right? Different times. You're married as a single person, you'll be a pregnant woman. You'll be a wife, you'll be a mother. You'll be a sister-in-law. All of this requires different graces. Different layers, different expressions, and all of that. So you don't know what would happen in marriage. People get married, and sickness happen. People get married, and loss happen. Nobody prays to be married, and then you are seeing your partner on wheelchair, bedridden for months. Life happens. So take that risk calculatedly. If you are single, listen. You must do all the consultation that there is that you can do. You must do all the counseling, all the prayers, all the questioning that there is that you can do. As far as your eyes can see, do it. And leave the rest to God. Am I communicating? Yeah. You must pray, you must ask questions, you must be deliberate. You must take that risk calculatedly. You must ask all the questions. You don't have to rush it. All of us will not get married in our 20s. All of us will not get married in our 30s. Some it will happen in their 40s and they will be happy. Am I communicating? Yeah. But take that risk with a lot of patience. You question and you negotiate a win-win as a single person. If you are negotiating marriage, don't negotiate that the other person will be at a loss. You are negotiating for yourself. What is in it for me? And can I serve this person? Do I have an idea where this person is going? Can I give my all? Because sometimes what we are finding right now, people come into marriage with one leg. Because of life experiences. They saw their hands, they saw their brother, their uncle, what social media is saying. So people are coming into marriage, they are not willing to give everything. They are coming with, that may be testing, but you are married already. And there is no way you enjoy the full benefit of marriage if you don't give your all. You have to give your all, no matter the experiences that you have had, directly or indirectly. You are coming to give your all emotionally, coming to give your all financially, coming to give your all, your time, your energy, your belief. You want to pour everything, your love into this person. Until that person gives you a benefit of doubt, you must give everything to that marriage. Because you don't want to build your own marriage on the experiences of others. And that's what we see sometimes. People come into marriage, they already have a separate account. They have a secret account. I remember a mentor telling us that story about 10 years ago. A woman already built a mansion and the husband did not know. The worst of it, rented the apartment. They are living inside, collecting rents from the husband. The day the husband realized that I've been living in my wife's house for 5 years. It's not possible. So it's my wife that has this house. That we're living in this flat. She's the landlord I've been paying to. Because the man was surprised. This our landlady must be very nice. 5 years, no increment, let's go and see them. And landlord, you are a very nice person. And the wife kept postponing. They said he's out of the country. It will be 5 years, no increment, does everything. Once there is pipe issue, landlord fixed it. Once there is plumbing water, landlord shows up. in this Lagos. Let's go and see that person. He must be an angel and not a landlord alone. So one thing led to the other, to the other, to the other. And I realized, wow, woo, wow, wow. Alas, now my wife. So, but if you sit that woman down, she will have experience to tell. The reason why she did. She will have experiences to tell. So you have women also who come and they tell us, keep your colo. Even our mothers will tell us. Don't let your husband know, keep your colo, have your savings. Because men, you cannot trust them. And so you come into marriage with fear. You are not trusted, you are not opening up. And there's a level of blessing that cannot come. Because there's no what? Synergy. There's no transparency. There's no full commitment. Are we together? So I'll quickly run through some of the things I've tried to highlight to make us understand more of the things that marriage requires. Marriage can work. It shouldn't be this difficult. It shouldn't be this. I have a great relationship with my husband, and I know a lot of couples who are also having a great time in their marriages. But it takes a lot of intentionality, and that's the first thing I'm going to share with you. A lot of what? Intentionality. You can't leave your marriage to chance. You can't be on the fence. And that's why you have to have done the right foundation. You have to have laid the right foundation. Am I communicating, friends? Am I communicating, friends? If the right foundation is laid and these few things I'll be sharing is consistent in that marriage, there is no way that marriage won't thrive. There is no way that marriage will not be beautiful. So intentionality, you being mindful of your marriage, being conscious of staying connected to your partner. Because everybody wants to have a great marriage, but not everybody will have a great marriage, unfortunately. It takes more than desire. Everybody wants a great marriage. Wouldn't you want to celebrate 25 years, 40 years, and it's a good marriage, not just 40 years of, I'm just planning you. Because how would you say that a woman that has been married 40 years now decides to divorce? That's year of bitterness. When my last child has married and the man is sick, I would divorce. That's pain, and the person is trying to what? To revenge. So if you love yourself, my brother, take care of your wife. Look to that brother beside you and say, take care of your wife. If they are single, so take care of your future wife. Right? So not everybody would have a great marriage, unfortunately. But everybody that gets married desire that it works. But many a times, people are not ready to put in the work. So we have to be intentional. We have to be deliberate. We have to have a strategy that this relationship, what exactly do we want? We have to be conscious. Are we together? We have to be conscious and mindful of staying fresh, staying connected, building our togetherness. And unfortunately, building that togetherness doesn't happen alone by prayers. So when they say couples who stay together, pray together, it's not exactly true. Right? It's not completely true. So we have to be intentional. We have to be deliberate. We are married. We want this marriage to be beautiful. We want to enjoy our time together. So what do we need to do consistently to make it happen? Intentionality. It is that intentionality that will make you have rituals that you do. Things you do every day. Somebody say every day. Yes, so it's every day. It's not the one annual vacation that you go and have. And 1 week, everybody cannot sleep. It's only that 1 week. And it's the vacation that you will go fighting and come back fighting. Because there was no right relationship before the vacation. Vacation is sweet, where everything is rosy. You don't understand. So it has to be every day, one way every day of showing love to your partner. It could be as simple as a hug. Simple as, a thank you. Simple as helping them pack their bag to work. You don't know how much people want to be married. Many years ago, we had a brother in our church. And he got married. Because he was quite of age. We were all happy. We celebrated with him. And on the wedding day, it was just crying. When they said kiss the bride, it was just crying. And so later we heard the mom had died long time ago, blah, blah, blah. But I just felt there was more to these tears. And so after the wedding, we got talking. I said, Mr. T, why were you all crying that day? He said, Kemi, you don't understand. I never had a family, but I've always longed that I wanted to be married and build, raise a family. And so growing up, life was tough. I went to school late, graduated late, had to work. So he just gave me a brief. And he said, to that day, I looked at myself. That I'm going to be married. Someone will be living with me. I would have a wife to call my own so I can have children. I said, sometimes we just take some things for granted, really. And I would always remember that brother. The way he was sharing it with me, it was very emotional. So he said, I have someone I can love, that I can share life with. We can live together. That's marriage for some people. So that guy was crying on that day. All of us thought he was thinking about his mother that has died. It was something else. So I can approach someone and someone can say, yes, I'll marry you. I'll build life with you. And that brother loved that auntie. Oh, Marubu Santaya. You would think that, my husband was telling me a few days ago, he said, did you use jazz for me? I said, yeah, jazz. Want to get yet? You are visiting all the concoction in this world. The thing has mixed with your intestine, with your blood, with the water. So I was thinking about that brother. He loved the auntie. When you just see them, you're like, these are lovely people, friends. You have to be deliberate. It doesn't happen by prayer. It doesn't happen by, I am married. It's everyday work. You don't take leave from marriage. You don't take sabbatical. You don't go anywhere. There has to be something you do every day that puts something in that tank. However little it is. Oh, are there days I slept angry? They told us in marriage counseling, you must forgive that night. I will sleep and snore. It's my husband that started it. What am I saying? There will be times that it won't be nice. There will be times you have disagreement. You didn't marry a crazy person. You didn't marry a low donor. The person will disagree with you. You both have sense. You are both cerebral, right? You can think at least. So you will not always agree. And as a matter of fact, if you have a partner who is always agreeing to everything you are saying, you cannot go far. But when you say we are going A, you say yes, ma. We are going B, whatever you say, my Lord. We are going C, your will shall be done. We are going D, no problem. There is problem. Someone should say, hello, sir, I disagree with you. I have a serious argument. I have a superior argument. And I could be right. Because two should be better than one. So what's that person contributing when everything you say, the person has to agree? And that's what feeds some men's ego. You are going to be limited. Are we communicating? The Bible says one will chase what? Do you see that maths? That 2 will chase 10. I don't understand it. When one is chasing 1, maybe 2 should just chase maybe 1.5 or 2. But it's 10. That's the power of synergy and power of collaboration in marriage. So we have to be what? Intentional. We have to be deliberate. What am I doing to stay close to my partner? What am I doing to stay fresh, to stay intimate, to stay friends? Everybody wants, I want my husband to be my best friend. It doesn't happen by you are saying it. There are things we have to do every day. How nice, how loving, how tolerant are you? And that was why I built it up to say last time we talked about knowledge of your partner. You remember? You must know your partner to be able to serve that person well. You must know that person so that you are after that person's interests. If you don't know me, how can you love me? If you don't know me, how can you bless me? If you don't know what I want, how can you deliver it? The next thing is emotional mastery. Is a word I'm giving you, but I'll put it up together. Emotional what? mastery. Marriage will require that you had emotional mastery to emotional intelligence, to emotional wisdom, to emotional, help me now. Emotional damage. No. To mastery, to wisdom, to maturity. And emotional intelligence simply means you are aware of your words, your actions, your behavior, and how it affects the other person. You can't talk anyhow. You can't behave anyhow. You can't treat your partner anyhow. There will be conflict. When there are conflict, are you going to throw a charger? Are you going to throw a cup? Are you going to yell? Are you going to bring out knife? Are you going to bring out a gun? Am I communicating, friends? Marriage will require that you would add patience to perseverance, to endurance, to calmness, to temperance, to long suffering. So if you don't have it now, that should even be what you should face. I don't like to label, but you know yourself. I don't want to say maybe you are not patient or you are not. Shall know yourself, know your level. And as you are praying, you are receiving wisdom and you are deliberately developing on it. So emotional intelligence is very important if you are going to keep that marriage flourishing, thriving, beautiful. Because things will happen. So when I also talk about emotional intelligence, is that you must know how to create the boundary between your relationship with the opposite sex. That's part of emotional maturity, right? Are we together, friends? Knowing how to handle conflict is one, and knowing your boundary with the word opposite sex. Emotional wisdom as well when it comes to money, handling money, managing money. Because some people, the reason that their marriage failed is because of what? They can't handle the opposite sex. They can't manage that relationship. You have to be emotionally matured enough to know how to draw the boundaries. Because if you have not cheated on your partner, I beg you in the name of God, don't go near it. Less than 2% of marriages recover after adultery. It's low, it's painful. But so, and if you have, do everything in your power to save that marriage. We touched on that briefly last month, right? Do everything you can. But if you have never, don't go near it. If there is a problem, a sexual problem, any issue, find help. Don't ever think adultery would help. It might help you temporarily. But the long run is going to destroy and mess up a lot of things. Because social media makes it look like it's okay. The big boobs are there. Why not? You can have a great time. Social media will not be there to help you. Are we together? So we have to be emotionally intelligent in making sure that you are living peacefully with your partner. I have a husband that when there are issues, let's talk about it, let's resolve it. My husband will not sleep. So, and sometime I said, if we talk about it now, we even be handy fuel. Let me sleep. So we now remember they told us during marriage counseling, you must always resolve. I said, I don't think that advice is very good. Though. Sometimes sleep is healthy. When you sleep, you are calmer. You are relaxed. The tension has gone down. And you can then, process and manage it. So sometimes when you hear advices, always filter it. Am I communicating? Even if it's what I'm saying, you filter it. Everybody, the faces I'm seeing are not Olodos. So what I'm saying, if it's nonsense, levelly, I don't know everything. It's only God that knows everything. So I'm human, I can also make mistakes. Am I communicating? Because there are different levels of knowledge. It is only God that knows everything is level 1. Everybody should be at that level. And accept that there are some things you don't know. But there are some things I don't know, and I don't want to know. That's dangerous. I don't know those things. And I don't want to know. There are some things I don't know. I don't know, but I want to know. That's better. But some people, I don't know I should know, and I don't want to know. Calamity. Because we need to keep growing and changing and getting better. True or true? So, intentionality, time is gone. If you don't finish today, we'll continue next week. Emotional mastery. The next thing is need, N. You are coming into marriage to meet needs. I've said it many times. You are coming into marriage to serve. Your partner has emotional needs. They have sexual needs. They have physical needs. They have social needs. They have financial needs. Am I communicating married couples? And you have to meet those needs consistently. Sexually, you have to be on top of your game. Yes, so because that's one of the needs. I can even allow somebody to cook for my husband once in a while, even though he doesn't like to eat. I say, hello, let somebody cook for you. We can buy food from outside, man of God. But there's one nobody can meet for my husband. I don't want anybody to meet that one. It's only me that want to meet it exclusively, and that should be what it is. Don't say you want to help me in that department. I don't need help, because the help will turn to problem. So your partner has needs. So when you are coming into marriage, that's why we always say you are coming into marriage to give. So expect that the both of us realize that I want to meet my needs, and my wife also wants to meet what? Meet my needs. That person needs companionship. The need for is a major need in marriage. And that's one of the reasons why I believe that God created and instituted what? Marriage. To have a friend to talk, someone to share your burden, someone to share your happy times, to share your bad times, to share your struggles with. That's why if you are not listening to your partner, there's a serpent around in office, on social media. Oh, they are waiting. We have answers. Just come and talk to us. You don't understand it. Because it's that need that should be met in your marriage. So your wife wants to talk. You don't have ears to hear. You're always busy. Husband wants to chat. You don't have time. He's around. And that person will, once you create that avenue, you open it up. Because many a times, infidelity starts with what? A conversation. There's something in my heart. There's something troubling me. It's a lie. Defer them to cancel. Because many people have said, when they think back to their journey into infidelity, majority of them knew from the first conversation that this is not going to end well. From the very first conversation, first or second, you saw the red flags, but you nurtured it. You didn't quickly what? Terminate it. So, need for money, need for companionship, need for support, need for togetherness, need for sex. Your partner needs what? Sexual intimacy. It's a major need that God created exclusively for what? For marriage. Even though people are saying, what's there? Have sex, enjoy your life. I believe, and that's what I strongly believe, that sex should be what? In marriage. It should be enjoyed in marriage. The very first time I was going to have sex with my husband, I sat down on the bed. I was thinking, is this how they have sex? And some people are single, a woman of God, and they are opening everything like this. This is the way they have sex, and you are single, and is this open? And that's what is usually the pain in the heart of many people when the jilt happens, when they serve that hot breakfast. The pain is much more than the broken relationship. It's what you have given. It's the so much of what should have, the value that should have been reserved that you have given. You have hanged your leg, you have done everything. So people will not get until they get home. Don't worry. But I just kept thinking in my head, so we're having sex, this is how people have sex. The nakedness, the vulnerability. Right. So there is need for attention, attraction, affection, affirmation. Your partner needs to be appreciated. Your partner needs to be what? Needs to be what? Are we together? Please, let's start up on our feet. Are you people sleeping? Right. Need for attention. Attending to that person. Need for acceptance. That person needs to know you accept him or her. That person is not perfect. There is nobody that is perfect. But we should make sure we are improving. Because some people just hide under nobody is perfect. And they're becoming a nuisance to everybody. No. You are not perfect, but you are mindful of it. Remember when we talk about self-consciousness? You are conscious that, yes, there are some things in my life that needs to improve. And I'm deliberate about improving on them. There is need for affirmation. Affirm that person. You are a blessing to my life. Have right words to speak, to say. I remember one man of God that said she was dating a girl. And then went to visit that girl. And from the gates of the house, the kind of curses he was hearing, because he didn't grow up in a family like that. And you don't curse. I can't even stand it. That he went close to be sure that it was coming from the flat and heard that it was the parents of the girl speaking. That the words, the curses that were flying. This girl, this is a revelation. Even though it might be different, the girl may be different. But you also cannot totally detach your family background and the influence it has on you. Because like he later mentioned, few months into the relationship, any small thing like this is verbal abuse. Big ones. I can't even be saying it in and it's because of where she grew up. Right? So, but what are we saying? Let the words that come out of our mouth be seasoned with grace. Positive affirmation towards your partner, because one of the things we have realized that also destroys marriage quickly is criticism. When you criticize 10 times and appreciate once, sometimes we do it to our children as well. When our children show up, we have something bad to say, but when they do something great, we don't mention, we don't acknowledge it. And human beings cannot thrive in such an environment where they are not appreciated or affirmed. So your partner needs it. Your partner what? Needs it. So the F, the next word is F. Every marriage needs fun and fondness. Every marriage needs what? Fun. There has to be fun, there has to be fondness, there has to be admiration, there has to be deliberate and intentionality again, back to recreation. Because some of us just got married. So if you are single or you are just newly married, let this be at the foundation. Cultivate it now. Cultivate it from the year one. Cultivate it. It was something that we did when we got married. Every year we sit down. We mark it out. Movie date, outing, beach date. Someone is wondering, marriage? Yes, that it is. You have to be intentional. Quarterly outing. Because I married a person that can, if you leave him, he can work 365 days in a year. So because I knew before I got married what a strategy that we had to devise. And it worked. There were times we only met 60% of what we wrote down. But that 60% was a major plus to our relationship. There were times we met 70. There were times we met less than 50. But at least we were deliberate that we had to keep up. Am I communicating, friends? Yeah. So when people say marriage is not working, ask them what they are working. Ask them what they are doing. When they say the marriage failed, ask them what they did. Marriage don't fail by accident. People allow themselves go. And we are human beings, we are social beings. We need love, we need connection, we need fun, we need humor. So every married person must be a little comedian. Small. You must have it. If you don't have it, you develop it, you build it. Sometimes you have to be naughty and nasty. Just make sure there is peace. There is joy. Am I communicating, friends? There is something you are doing to make your partner happy. You think everything is about money? I've realized it is not always so. Money is good, no doubt. We need funds, no doubt. But you have to be deliberate. How am I making this person what? Happy. So there has to be a lot of fun. A lot of deliberately create recreation time. When was the last time you had a date? When was the last somebody say ha? What is she there? When was the last time? And these things have to be planned. There is no time. There There is no time for what you don't create time for. There is no time. You live in Lagos. Some you will even plan, you will cancel. And you replan. But you are in the process. Am I communicating? There is deliberate, strategy. There is intentionality. And that is what people find difficult to do. And the same marriage as what? Has broken down. Are we together? So, the next word there will be S, security. How many of you have securities in your house? I mean, security guards in your estate, in your house. Okay, you shall have door, you have padlock that you... You are your own security. You have key. You go and check and make sure the door is locked. Because there's something you treasure, you are trying to protect. So if your marriage is very, very, which I believe is of treasure to you, you will secure it. You make your partner feel secure when they are in that relationship with you. Recently, we are working with a couple recovering from adultery. And this man, every week, there's somebody doing birthday in his office. The man you are trying to help. And the people doing birthday are not men. He will now use his DP. He will put the picture. Some very dangerous. Even when I saw the picture of the people, I said, they are those Zenith Bank ladies. I didn't say that to please let me post it online. Just joking. Right? So I said, there are some things you cannot do. Hello, sir, you have already messed up. You are trying to recover. Who should not even have phone if not you? Must somebody do better in your office? If they not do better, must you put this on your DP? That your wife will see? And then maybe she's not been. I said, hello, sir. There is danger. Is our patient not seeing it? So, how much of security are you giving your partner? How are you making them feel secured? Emotionally secured? Because that's what your marriage needs. Do you agree with me? Even if not marriage, you are in a relationship with someone, and the person is not making you feel secured, are you going to want to be with that person? You begin to think, am I really sure I want to be here? How reliable can that person be? How dependable can that person be? Is this person making me feel safe? You put picture on DP, you want to receive call, you go out. You carry the phone, it's ringing, there is no network. You now go out. You that you have seen before. Who should receive call and put it on speaker? But my wife is here, yes. Because you are trying to recover, you are trying to heal from a major mess. Who should go out and say, my wife knows where I am? So when there is already a damage, that's why I said if you have not done it, just declare. It's not as easy as many people think it is. The pain of betrayal can be very, very painful. It can be very painful. People process it differently. And so you put that lady's picture. I think someone needs to hear this. So you put that lady's picture, and your wife is thinking 1,000,001 thoughts. The woman on that DP has everything, front and back, boo, boo, boo. Everything is, and she's processing. She begins to have, self-doubt. She begins to think, maybe she was never even an option. She was never a spec for you. You don't get it, sir. That's what it is. And you make someone go through such a torture because of an irresponsible decision. And now you are even trying to recover. You are still messing up and saying she's just feeling somehow. She's feeling insecure. Who made her insecure? So men, do we need to grow up? The men I'm talking to are not here. They are online. They are on the streets. They can hear the speaker. They are not in their... These faces I'm seeing, they are holy. But pastor said they should hear it. They should hear it, Abby. So pastor just said I should just, just say it. So that they can share, they can hear it. It's not for them. So the D is the next word, and that is dedication. Yes. Hopefully you can figure it out. The D is dedication. That this marriage, we die here. Somebody say, die here. I mean, what you want to die for, you must see that it's something that is worth dying for. True or true? Because true, some people can actually not die for the marriage. But what I'm saying is that all things being equal, you want to put in the work, you want to put in the effort. You are dedicated to that relationship, to making sure it lasts, it's strong, it's fulfilling for your partner and for you. You are dedicated, first of all, to self-development, because your marriage will not grow beyond your growth. If you grow, your marriage will grow. If you have more knowledge and you put the same knowledge into your marriage, it helps your relationship. Am I communicating? The more better you are as a person, it radiates on everything around you. Your friendship with your partner, your children, your colleagues and friends just get better because you are developing yourself spiritually, socially, mentally, intellectually, financially. You are getting better. So, dedication to the values, to the vision, to the aim, to the focus of that marriage. Why did we get married? Why did we get married? It's a question all of us should go back home and really ask you. So that when the test come, you will know why you got together. Because those who got together for money, when the money finish, or more, they pack their bag and they leave. They got together because they wanted children. When there are no children, they shoot it out to get children. Am I communicating? So why are we together? And I'm sure you know the reason for your coming together is not just to have children. There are other options to having children. If you came together just to have children, it's not enough. It's not strong enough when the challenges and the crisis would come. So there must be something deeper, something stronger. Why you decided to marry that person, or you are deciding or considering to marry that person. So you are dedicated to your personal growth. You are dedicated to your spouse, making sure that person becomes a better human being in your hands. That after 5 years, 10 years of marriage, people can say, wow, God bless you for the improvement, the impact, the work. You know, when you see some men before they got married and you see them well packaged, and I see some single sisters, some single brothers, they are liking somebody else's wife. Now work they like, so go find your own. I just like Pastor Ida. Maybe some of you have seen her 20 years ago, you don't even want to touch her. Abi, when you see some people's wife, set by it is work, it's somebody else's labor. You need to go and cultivate your own, isn't it? So you must be dedicated to your spouse, making sure that person gets better, improves in your end. Dedicated to the marriage. And if you have children, you are dedicated to your children, to parenting, to making sure that your marriage is not part of the marriage, is contributing chaos to humanity. Because that's one thing that God is expecting of you and I from our marriage. When you marry and you make a decision to have children, you must be dedicated to raising those children so that they do not become Boko Harams. Is it not somebody that gave birth? They carried them in their stomach now. Did they fall from heaven? They were either they were either a product of a marriage or out of marriage, but somebody delivered, somebody had sex. Somebody made a commit decision to have sex that knew that yes, you could get to pregnant. Carried it for 9 months and then raised a problem. So every thief, the thief that almost dropped my husband recently, the one that is from a family. So if everybody, let all of us in here just focus on our own family and be dedicated that, okay, after 20 years, when these kids are grown, we want to look back and say, thank you, Lord, we have done our bit. So when they say, we are coming back in 9 months to do naming ceremony, it's amen with caution. The head has already been filled. We are trying to recover from the problems. If you are not going to be dedicated to raising children, don't have children. It's hard, but that's the truth. There is a lot of problem on ground already. So, and parenting is a lot of work. It changes your life 360 degrees. Parenting. Some parents are here now, they are not here. They are thinking children. So when I see young couple, when we got married, we did 1 year of no children. Because we got married, we were both celibate. And we said, okay, let's even do 1 year to enjoy our life. So enjoy your life. Because some people from second week of wedding, when you today, God will now punish you. That pregnancy will be those one will be spitting. They will be vomiting. They will not have strength to come and do God is while. I remember that brother. I said, Katie, you told us. I told you. You guys you've been celibate for a while. Your wife is a virgin. Get married and enjoy your life. Second day we saw the sister in church. You don't carry belly. And she's now sick. And the man said, even if I did not taste the thing at all, I would have still been okay. But the 1 month I have tasted that thing, my wife needs to be fine. No. This is what our doctor is saying. She has to be fine. So I said, I told you. Well, I can't instruct you. I can't put a gun to your head to plan your life. Even if it's 6 months or few months. What are the womb watchers? Will they give you school fees? Come and ask us so. They will just be asking you how is children. Our mom call. What they were? School won't call. We're like, well, you're about to pay school fees. Just let me pay for your last born. Nobody. It's you by yourself. So calculate it. So I met a young guy and he said, I'm the only child. I say, and so? So only child, you must now have a dozen. Abio. Praise the Lord. So, you have to be dedicated. Because it takes more than money. It takes more than a lot psychologically, emotionally, mentally. Work that will be in that relationship. Are we together? Yeah. So intimacy and interaction. Let me run now. I think I have 2 or 3 more so we can take questions if there is any. Right? Intimacy and interaction. It has to be continuous. Don't allow gap. Don't allow space. Give room for vulnerability. And vulnerability is something we have to deliberately develop. Because for some of us, life has not been fair. We are coming from a place where we have closed up. We are so hard. We are so, we can't trust. We are not sure of what would happen if I'm vulnerable. And marriage requires vulnerability. There's no way you can build intimacy. Intimacy means into me. Come and see. So I need to open up myself. Open up myself to allow this person come into my emotions, into my finances, into my heart, into my being. So that's what the bonding is really, the living and the cleaving. Right? That's what it is really. And that's why, remember, I keep saying, all things being equal, that you have done you have laid the right foundation, and you have picked the right person. And when there are difficulties in the marriage, you don't throw it away. You don't throw it away. You look for help. You look for help, and looking for help on time. Because that's one thing we realize also in counseling. People show up when we have to send them into the emergency room, into the intensive care. That a lot of damage has happened, layers upon layers. And the more you are in coma, there is more work to be done to revive you. So, intimacy and interaction. Keep the closeness. Sexual intimacy, emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy. You want to share, you want to talk, you want to bond with this person. So service, I've mentioned service before and I'm mentioning it again. You are coming into marriage to serve. You are coming into marriage to support. You are coming into marriage to give of your best to make sure that this person turns out well in your hand. Because if you are serving people well, customer service, people like customer service, true or true? Nobody wants to go away from where they are being served properly. So if you serve your partner properly, it would not go. If you serve your wife properly, your wife will not what? Your wife will not go. So serve that person. I see you. Serve. Serve. You serve it anywhere, anytime, all the time. You serve it hot. If they want it cold, you serve it cold. I don't know what those brothers are talking about, though. Me, I'm sure talking about serving. The way they are shouting. Because how will you have a service provider? The network is always down. That the server is always down. No. You have to know how to serve it properly. If you don't know, go and learn. Yeah, go and learn. So that you can do the needful. Are we together? So the H there is for honesty. Nothing kills relationship and marriage like lack of trust. You don't want to live with someone you are not sure of their next move. You are not sure if they are reliable. Can you depend on them? Can you trust their next move? Can you trust them with money? Can you trust them with your secrets? Can you trust them with your vulnerability? Can you trust them with your past? Can you trust them with your mistakes? Can I trust this person? Can I trust them with women? Can I trust them with men? Can I trust them with power? We were discussing in a group recently. I said, may the exposure that will destroy your marriage not happen to your partner. You don't understand. Some people just get small promotion. And the level of people they begin to meet just changes all their. It's as if they never had values. But it's not that they didn't have values. Some exposure happened to them at a time in their life where something was already happening in the marriage. And so the exposure came and stole them away and destroyed the relationship. May it not happen to us. So can I trust this person? Can I rely on this person? Yes, it is only God that is the most reliable. But as human beings as well, we can't be reliable. We can't be trusted. We should be dependable. You don't know what it is like to have peace, that you have a partner who you are not worried of. He has eyes for women. She has men problem. You don't know the kind of peace already. The kind of peace that you have with my husband, to a large extent, if they don't use charm, catch him. It's okay. My wife, she doesn't have time for all of those. You don't know the kind of peace. Because they are telling some singles that the bad girls are getting husbands. And the good ones, it's a lie. You don't let the social media destroy your life. Oh. I'm sorry it's coming out that way. And all the bad girls are the one getting husbands. Did they tell you where they get the husbands from? They will not come and tell you the amount of sexually transmitted diseases they are battling with. Having a husband is different from having a peaceful husband. Having a great husband. To find husband right now is the easiest thing to do. I tell you. But to get correct one, it's not hard. That's not what I'm trying to get to. If you want to have husband, it's easy. There are several things you can do. You will have husband. But it is the aftermath that we are talking about. So when you now say, this one, and you are trying to compromise on major things. So the foundation is already faulty. So when you get into marriage, you met in the club, you have already slept together, aborted, blah, blah, and you want him to be faithful. You want him to suddenly get into marriage and become a good brother. All right, so I think I'm done on the acronym. So the last one will be R, which is respect. There is no marriage that can thrive without what? Respect. And it is mutual respect. It's mutual. You honor your wife honors you. You regard your wife regards you. Women are the most simplest people to. I want to say it. Let me say it. Because I've not even landed. You have said, ma. We are very simple and easy. Honestly, it is you men that think we are hard. We are very simple. Just love us. Respect us. And give us small money. And then add small to it. And now add small. And just add a little small to it. A little to it. And we are okay. Because sometimes people make it look as if women are complicated. My husband will look at me and say, wala I take you. I say, I'm giving you wala. It's because I love you. So there has to be respect. Mutual respect. Mutual submission. The faces of the men I'm looking here, they are not African men. They are not culturally, right? They are not the ones that want to labor and stress and put their wife under tension, under stress, under problem. No, they are the loving men. They are loving, they are kind, they are wonderful, they are romantic. They are, they spend when they need to spend. They love up. They are kind. They are very responsible men. Very responsible men. Clap for yourselves now. Or am I talking to people on the streets? They are here. Right. So respect the vows. I didn't hear that. Something is happening around that place. Yeah. So respect the vow that you also made. You made a vow. Respect it. Even when your partner is not there, respect it. Because that's one thing we lack. When my partner is not in view, I talk anyhow, I behave anyhow. You hug everybody. You are smoochy everybody. You do all of those kind of things. Yes. So even when your partner may never find out, respect that person. In your thoughts, in your words, in your actions, in the things you say about your partner to others, respect that person. Are we together? So what? Figured out what we put together. Absolutely. Thank you. P. Partnership. So 1 minute partnership. It's friendship. That's the acronym of everything I've talked about. So and we know that marriage is about friendship. Right. So it's partnership. Which means that everybody has their strength in the marriage. Everybody has their area of worth, their area of strength. So that relationship, let us leverage on our worth, on our strength. We are not competing. You find some couples that have done my master's and my husband has done master's, I'm going for my own. Husband has done our own, I'm going for a PhD, and you are wondering. Does having a PhD help you have a great marriage? Absolutely not. Because you will wonder, some of those guys that collect money from us in some garage, they are good husbands. They may be shouting, but in their home, they are good husbands. They don't have any iota of any academic exposure that much. But they are kind at home. They go to work, they bring money for their family. Some of them don't cheat. They are acting all of those scripts on the road to make a living. Are we together? So marriage is partnership. There are some things your husband can do, allow him to do it. There are some things your wife can do. God has brought that woman into your life as favor to make your journey easier. Allow her to thrive. You'll be doing yourself a lot of disservice if your wife is not growing, if she's not blossoming, if she's not finding expression to her gifts, her calling, her talent, her desires. So every one of us, if you are the one that know how to cook a goosey soup, cook it. Let us eat. If you are the one that know how to make the money, make the money. Let us be happy. True or true? If you are the one that know how to negotiate for business, do it. It's our nation, it's our family, it's our life. Anybody can make the money. Anybody can fend for the family. The both of us should do it with joy. As long as there is peace, there is intimacy, there is oneness, there is a direction for the family. If there is a joint vision, all of this, there will be little problems. And trusting that you married a sensible person. Hallelujah. So let's partner on our strength. Let's leverage on our strengths. I am weak in some area. My partner is strong in some area. Let us push it. Don't make your partner feel bad because they are incompetent in some areas. Because there are things that you also feel are incompetent in. But when you see your marriage as partnership is easy, we are all a part of a team. Somebody will play the striker, right? Somebody will act as the goalkeeper, right? Somebody will act as the middleman. Somebody will be the defender. Would the defender say, because I'm a defender, the goalkeeper is irrelevant? Talk to me. No, we have our different roles to play. And when we come together, we synergize our personality, our dreams, our callings, our giftings. We make the best of our relationship. All right, so I think we have learned a lot today. Have you learned one or two things today? Right, thank you so much for listening. Ultimately, like we keep saying, the reason why we do this is that you go home and begin to put these things to work. Just let's take baby steps. Let your relationship with your partner get better. Some of us have children already, and for those children, premarital counseling has started. We are already training them on how to do marriage. You may think they are 2, they are 4, they are 5, they are already seeing. Right? Okay. So let's take few questions if there is any. Right. says, I don't know why little things get me irritated in relationships, and I easily get tired of relationships after a while. What can I do to stop? Okay, so I would like that if you want to ask questions, just give it a bit of, more information. Right. If you have noted this about yourself, that you get irritated in relationship, we need to actually define what is getting you irritated. Because it appears that it's more than one relationship. Maybe you have had a few, interaction with people, and you get easily tired of relationship. So we need to find out what's getting you irritated. And we need to find out how you got to that point. Could it be that you have high expectations? Sometimes you could have a lot of high expectations of this other person. Am I communicating? And the man or the woman is not delivering as much as you expect, and so you get irritated, and you get easily tired of relationship after a while. That could be one of the reasons. Another reasons could also be that maybe you don't trust enough. Trusting enough that the relationship, could thrive, could blossom. And every relationship would have different seasons, right? And the person would do things because that person is not perfect. That person might do things you are not comfortable with, you are not happy with. And so perhaps you are not giving people the chances to make mistakes and grow with you. Once they make a mistake, you want to cut it off. Am I making sense? Yeah. So because I don't have the full picture, but what can you do? I'm glad that you already have this awareness. So it would be nice to sit down with yourself and check in. What are those things that really get me irritated? Lack of trust, lack of seriousness, too much expectation, right? And then look at them one after the other. Are you being fair to the other person? If you switch it, and someone is expecting so much from you, someone is not giving you space to even try to mess up a little bit and then forgive and come back, right? So I don't want to say I'm seeing unforgiveness in this, but if it's unforgiveness, it's a major thing you have to deal with. Because like I said, when I was teaching, you will get married and that person will offend you. That person will irritate you. That person will irritate you. The only thing that you don't want to happen is that your partner gets into things that are sinful, right? Sinful, bad habit, drugs and all that. But little things sometimes, not getting ready enough, not putting their towel in the right place, some of those things will irritate you. Am I communicating? So, I hope that helps. Sit down with yourself, ask yourself, define it, what irritates me. Know yourself, more self-awareness would be good. All right. How does one know if one's husband to be is stingy? Since most people frown, Pastor Ida needs Stingy Men Association. How does one know if one's husband to be is stingy? Since most people frown at a woman asking for money from a man while in a relationship. Your relationship will go through different seasons and different phases. At the first 2 stages of dating and asking, you may not be expected to ask outrightly. But your relationship gets to a level after months or years where the both of you are committed to each other. You love each other. You can see sincerity. You can be broke and your woman can be of help. She can be broke and your man can be of help. That's established, right? So how can you know someone who is stingy? There are several things. But the fact that, so we can't say, I'm dating this person for 6 months. He has never bought me a gift. He's stingy. Mm-mm. Right? So there is no exact way. But there are some things that may leave a clue. Pointers, 6 months is too much for... He hasn't bought something. 6 months, Abi. Our sisters, these ones are on fire. Brothers, we run. 6 months is too much. Yes, to have bought what, really? To have bought a gift, Abi. Take out. Abi lunch or dinner or something. Okay. So I agree. I get it. I got you. So now, when you are dating some, even the sister that has asked this question, I can see that her voice is the loudest. I will soon figure out who the person is. So how can you know? So do not assume. If I was, so one thing, if you think the person is stingy, have a conversation. So don't assume the person is stingy, because the person also may have a different perspective from what you are thinking. The person may be thinking, our relationship has not even gotten to a level. I remember my husband buying me, don't even let me mention what the guy bought. I said, what are you like aproko? I said, you are still at the talking phase. Why will you be buying me such a gift? I just went to my package, I put it under my bed. I'm like, are you for real? You don't buy ladies things like this. You can figure out what it is. Don't worry. So, somebody say bra and pants. That's not what he bought. I will throw it back at him. Right? So, you have to have a conversation with the person. And so, if you are saying that, take out, can you also initiate it? Can you also act what you are expecting? Would it be wrong of you as a lady to also save up a few thousands and say, guy, let me take you out? The way some of us are opening our mouths, that's why some of them are disrespecting us. Because we need to be frank with ourselves. Yeah, women are receivers, men are givers, but women are also givers. They have been telling us, we like to collect and receive, and that's why the question is saying that some people frown at women asking for money, asking for things. But your relationship will get to a level where it pretty much becomes, free. I can ask, you can get, I can. So when you are still building, don't collect. When you have not reached that level, don't ask for too much. Relationship is not financial bailout. So if you also think you should give. But when your relationship now gets to that point where you are talking, you are more committed, you are seeing that this person is serious, have a conversation. I kind of think, I would like to, or just test the person. That's why I said initiate it first. You also give something. It could be a card, it could be, I don't know, figure out what the person needs that you can afford, and then buy it. And give time. The person does nothing. Have a conversation. Trust me, the person may not know. The person may not think it's the right time. Like I said, there may be different views. The person may not be stingy. Because I run away from trying to quickly label. You are stingy, you are greedy, Let's be sure exactly what it is. So when you talk with the person and the person, now you didn't see any changes again, revisit it. Right? You didn't see any changes. Now demand or play out a scenario where you needed something major and see how this person will respond. Am I communicating? Play out a scenario. Maybe mom is sick or something. Just come up with something. And then see, will this person be responsive? And then again, this person you are asking, can he or she afford it? And what you are asking again, does it make sense? My salary is 150K and you are asking me for a shoe worth 70,000. I will not marry you. It won't be a wise investment. That's the truth. Because I will be wondering, are you a wicked person? It's not, even God is 10%. Sometimes we even violate, the man will not kill you. Right. So, that's what I think. So ask and make sure that your relationship is at the right phase for you to have such conversation. Our mother-in-law has been living with us for a while. I love her, but every time I ask my husband when she would go back, he says it's because I hate her. Your mother-in-law has been living with you for a while. We don't know the many circumstances that surround that. And you love her, right? But every time you ask when she would go, because she has to go. it doesn't appear you guys have a clear agreement on when she will. And that's why I said there may be a lot of factors surrounding this. But whatever it is, now that the way your husband is responding, saying because you hate her, right? We can only hear from the woman. If husband is here, perhaps he should defend himself. Or let us know, because sometimes she's just speaking from our own point of, our own standpoint. But what would make your husband think you hate her? I'm thinking, are there been scenarios, issues, mother-in-law and wife issue? Kilo de gongono. Right, but what I would say to this would be that there has to be a deliberate conversation around this, which I want to believe might have happened. But based on this awareness and information coming again today, let the both of you have a sit down. Because you both have to agree. If your wife doesn't want her around, like she said, she loves her. She can go and come, but living for you for a while. We don't know how a while could mean a month, could mean 3 months, could even mean 3 years. Right? But anytime I ask my husband that when will she go back? That means she wants her to go back. And should she go back? Yeah, it's a house. It's a house. Right? So because, the wife's house, yes. It's not husband's house, it's our house. Husband's house, herself. Yeah, and it's not mother-in-law's house. If we take a woman away from the house, there's no house now. Right? So, I'm kind of finding it a bit hard because I wish I can hear from the man. Maybe the man may also have, But let the conversation happen. What direction do you want your family to go? How of help, how of benefit is her staying with you? Can we agree when she would leave? If you think I hate your mother, what are the reasons why you think I hate your mother? Can I also defend myself? Can I also defend myself because she's saying I love her? Right? So please let the conversation happen. And everything you are doing, let it be in the interest of your wife. I tell men, listen guys, the more yes to say to your wife, the peace you will have. Oh. It's not because I'm a woman, no. It's the truth. Pastor Abi, let your no be fewer. Can we do this? Yes, my darling. You are sowing seeds. The day you will ask for one heavy one, she will not have a choice, but will also tell you a yes. Let her say yes. Once you realize this is my wife and she loves me, she's after my interest, she's after my blessing, she's a favor to my life, let her say yes to her. Let's do this. Yes, okay. Yeah, yes, okay. Yes. Okay. Let your no be very few. You are sowing seed and you are just a happy wife is a happy life. Don't let anybody confuse you. Oh, because we have when we mix everything together, we run. What are the things that trigger and sustain? This is a whole message on its own. What are the things that trigger and sustain cheating? And it's a lot. It's plenty. Yeah. It's a lot. It can be triggered by someone who is who wants to be curious. It can be triggered by the wrong environment, wrong company. It can be triggered by the wrong beliefs. It can be triggered by past experience. It can be triggered by lack of respect and regard for partner. It can be triggered by alcohol, company. It can be triggered by loss of job, emotional distress. I mean cheating. But that's sustaining. I'm not talking sustaining now, I'm talking cheating. Because it's a different thing when you say sustain. That word sustain is more positive than to attach it to infidelity. I understand, sir, I understand. That, when the person now cheats and the person is not repentant, it now becomes a serial cheater. Right? Proper philanderer. Is the lifestyle. What sustains it? I didn't hear that. Philanthropist. Our animal show. No. Those are, so I hope you are learning, right? So, Pastor, stop it, sir. Pastor is distracting me. So, so I also want to find out what's in the mind of this person. Maybe you have a relate, because this is not a direct question really. Oh, how can I help my husband stop cheating, or how can I help my wife from cheating? But a lot of things can trigger anybody to cheat. Lack of value, lack of self-respect too. You know, emotional stress can trigger it. Wrong environment, wrong company. You know, promotion can trigger it. You enter some realm, just be seeing different things. And depromotion can also, trigger it. But sustaining it is a different thing. If it becomes a pattern, if it becomes, a more deeper emotional problem for that person, the person may even be battling it. That person is really battling to stop being an adulterer, but that person has lost the personal help and may require some intervention. Right? So, but once that person gets on that frequency, it becomes a lifestyle, it becomes a pattern. They are looking for something. And that's why I said sometimes people can get into infidelity as a result of loss of job, stress of life, lack of money, or, a very painful experience happen, and they are looking for succor. They're looking for something to step down. So they get into it. Now the problem has been resolved, but they're already addicted to that journey. So if you have help, if you need help, please seek for help. Thank you so much. I think we have had a great day together. God bless you. Thank you. Oh, final one. Personal security of a partner. Personal insecurity of a partner can damage a marriage, creating lack of trust. How can a couple going through such environment handle this? Personal insecurity of a partner. Yeah, I agree. That people don't just become insecure. It's not innate for anybody to be insecure. We learnt it through experience of life, situations, environment, and significant experiences. Am I communicating? So someone gets to a point where really they have personal issues with being, secure. Can damage a marriage? Yes. Right? When you are just insecure, you see somebody with your husband, somebody with your wife, or how the person manages funds and all that. And it can create lack of trust. Yes. How can a couple going through such environment handle this? Yeah, we need to find out the root cause of how that person got to that point of being insecure. Is it as a result of what has happened in the marriage or other external factors? Am I communicating? So when we find out what it, like I was sharing the story of the man who we are trying to recover and he's still putting pictures up, still posting, blah, 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 adding fuel to fire, right? So, but when this person says personal insecurity, perhaps it's not as a result of what has happened, in the marriage, maybe from past experiences. So this person might need to check any therapy because, you can actually use this to destroy a relationship. Because you just keep finding out that you can't just trust. You can't just find your partner reliable. And so at everything they do, you pick on it. How do you want the other person to feel? Especially when that person is not even doing anything to hurt you or, betray the trust you have in them. Am I making a bit of sense? Right. So how can a couple going through this? Sit down, talk about it. Communication. So express yourself. This is how I feel. This is how you feel, which I think must have happened. But if talking about it doesn't help, if you also trying to allay that person's fears. So if the person tells you, maybe when you come back late, I feel, can you also help to readjust your life to just help your partner feel a bit more secured? Am I communicating? Or when you talk to certain people, when you mix up with certain people, when you do certain things, I kind of feel this way. So can you take up that responsibility and do it? And if you have tried, nothing has helped, this person needs further intervention. It might be as a result of deeper issues that you know nothing about. It may have nothing to do with your partner. Right? It may have nothing to do with your partner. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Wow. You must agree with me. This is one teaching you need to listen to again and again and again. So much was packed into that over 1 hour of teaching. Please, can you help me appreciate that one more time? Because she has one more thing.
I don't know. Yeah. This is a direct message. Let me quickly take this. Wow. Okay. I am 37 years old. I didn't plan to be single till now, but cool with my life. Awesome. I met this man through an older colleague. He is matured than I am. Very nice, makes me laugh, friendly, respects me, and he owns a good business. He drinks alcohol, but says he's a social drinker. He drinks alcohol, says he's a social drinker, and nothing much to it. We have similar interests, and I want to consider him. But unsure. You people should be calming down. He drinks alcohol, says he's a social drinker, nothing much to it. We have similar interests, and I want to consider him, but unsure about the alcohol thing. The other brother in church is also a nice person and good looking, but not so interesting for me. It can be too old school in approach. Would like to hear your opinion, Coach Kemi. Brother. We should start from the brother, Abi. They are buried in the book of Habakkuk. Oh, it's just small. Okay. I'm 37, so I presume you said that to make me know that I'm not a young woman. All right. But I like the fact that you say you are cool with your life. Beautiful. So I met this man. He's an older colleague. So you didn't tell us the age. You know, it would be nice to know. Older colleague. So I'm thinking maybe 5 years older than you or more. But the alcohol thing seems to be the problem here. Because I also like all the qualities you have described him with. He's nice. He makes you laugh. Is friendly, respect. So I can almost figure out this person's personality a bit, right? So you are asking this question already because there is a war inside. You know, the thing I want to do, the thing I don't. This guy is cool, is nice, but so a social drinker, if I understand, someone who drinks casually. I go to party, they give us a drink, Abi. Champagne, you know, I drink wines, you know, not trophy, not beer parlor. Okay, this is us trying to figure out, Pastor, we are not sure, but that's what social drinker is, right? And you have similar interests, good, and I want to consider him, but unsure. So this is what's going to happen. Fast forward, you marry a social drinker. He may remain a social drinker. Right? Another tendency is that he may move from a social drinker to drinking to stupor. Another thing is he may stop drinking. Another thing is he may have cigarettes to eat. Another thing is it could influence you to start drinking socially. So, because I don't like to, if you have noticed, I don't like to respond questions. I'm not a yes or no person, right? So I'm going to just guide you to make your own decision. Are we together? Yeah. Let's do 1 minute. So, but I know you have the struggle because your age, and this person kind of looks like, ticks some of the things you want in a partner, you know, but he drinks And you have to marry, you don't have to marry hope. You have to marry reality. So, this is the person. And thankfully, this person didn't lie. It would have been worse if you hid this part of, this side to you and you discover in marriage. So, it's a good guy. Right. And so, I'm also trying to figure out the belief of this person. Because if this person is a Catholic, drinking socially will not be a sin, will not be a problem. So the war you are having is because there is a disconnect in your beliefs. So it's a decision for you to make and negotiate it very well. But I'm thinking for you to be having that conflict, that means it's a no for you, but you are trying to it's not that, it will not, but we have to also expand on the tendencies. And that's what I've just done. It's possible you marry him and he stops drinking. Another thing could be, we have seen people who are in relationship and they drop habits because they love that person. It happens. I love you enough to have you and I'll let this go. But that would be a 9-month journey to confirm that really this person has gotten to that point where you can trust that decision they have made. So it's a 9 months of no alcohol before you take that decision. That would be my opinion. To marry this person, it's your choice. I will not live with him. And pastor will not. Just that when Wala start, pastor will, it is where you pray, Abby. So it's your choice, it's your decision. But for that war to be internally, please check it. It means that you wouldn't want to. So the other brother, you didn't give us more. You didn't give us much. They said the brother is old school. Brother, if you are here, please be new school. You can touch him up, Abby. So the brother that is old school can also be new school. Right? Because you said is a nice person and good looking, but not so interesting. Right? So if it's not so interesting, it might be open. It's his life. Some brother is life. Life has beaten them hard. It has flogged the interesting out. Interest has gone left. Sin has gone right. Everything is just on a low. So they are looking for somebody who's also ginger their swagger. Right? So you might just be that person who could also help. But it's your choice, my sister. If you want to speak with me directly, that would be fine. But, and pray out in the spirit. Right? To be sure. But since you're already having that war internally, it might just be the reason why you are. But that would be my opinion. It's for you to make a decision. But you are marrying reality. Don't marry hope. Yeah. I marry him. I know. I hope that after a few months in my... don't marry hope because nothing may change. Right? I hope that helps. Thank you.
All right, interesting question. I feel like the person already knows what to do. Was just trying to find out whether we can help her change her mind. Because when you start having those scratches inside, he's nice, he's tall, he does all this, but this, can't I just manage him? You already know. Something's already telling you no. That's why you're like, okay, let me just put it. They just say, you can manage. They said it. Habits are very interesting. Somebody said social drinker. The question is, how often does he have social events? If it's every day, that's not social again. Okay? So ask questions, be sure. Since you already know that is a deal breaker for you. I know you're also considering the fact that I'm 37. So that's another thing. But like they said, we will not take decision for you. Before he said it was Pastor Bennett. It wasn't. He said it. No. Hallelujah. It's been a full day, beautiful day. First of all, we had an amazing service, and now we had an amazing time. Please, can you help me appreciate that one more time? I like the people are shouting, woo! So I've told you guys, I don't want to see any copy of our books left. I still have a few. You must buy. In fact, what I'll be doing is, do you have? No, take. I'll collect my money from you. That's what I'm going to do next. All right. Okay, hold on. So we're going to try and finish for 1 going forward, okay? We didn't start on time. And again, if people gather on time, we'll start early. But you can't expect us to bring her all the way from the abroad to come and speak to us. And some of you are still outside buying meat pie. Yeah? So please, come in on time. We'll start on time. We'll finish on time. All right? And if you have questions, more questions, you can send it to that Slido link. We'll look at it and we'll still share with her, and then we'll get back to her. Please, once again, can you appreciate her? Appreciate her husband and our colleague. Are we ready to go home? Or we should do round 2?
Next month.
Why you should know, and you should know that you should know. If not, you won't know. That's the next topic. God bless you. Let me call up my guide, the Lord. Our mother in Africa, not in Israel again, we said in Africa, in Nigeria. Pastor Ida, to close the service.
All right, yeah, thank you so much, Coach Kemi. Oh, next date. Can we check our third Sunday in August? Sorry? 20th.
21st.
August 21st. Okay, Claire? All right, August 21st. Yeah. So thank you, Coach Kemi. Thank you so much. Yeah, we appreciate you. God bless you. We've been I'm full. I definitely have a number of things that I'm going to take back and we're going to work on. And I trust that every other person will do the same. So God bless you all. Until we come your way again next month, keep your heart